Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I did this part already, but I'm going to show you what I used, which was Rumor in the shade 1. I placed the concealer just below my eyebrow because I didn't want to get the color all up in my eyebrow, because we all know that powder sticks to the concealer. So that's why I just put it just below. So now I'm going to use a fluffy brush, and I'm going to use the Carnival XL Pro palette from the Be Perfect Cosmetics, and I'm going to use the shade Reckless. And take that brush and just do circular motions to the outer corner into that crease. So make sure that you continue to take your brush and you dip it in the eyeshadow and lightly do circular motions. You want to build up the intensity of the color. So now you want to take your brush and you want to lightly blend into the inner corners. You can skip placing any eyeshadow in the center only because we're going to cut that center piece. The next color I'm going to use is the color Persuasion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that brush and I'm just going to lightly place it on the tip of that first color and blend out the edges. So now I'm going to use the color Makeup. So now I'm going to take a smaller brush only because I want to be able to control the placement of the third color. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm just placing that third color on the tip of that second color and just creating circular motions and blending it in. So what I'm going to do next is go back in with Persuasion to re-intensify the colors. So now I'm going to go back in with Reckless and I'm going to intensify the color on the lid. So far your eyeshadow should look a little something like this. So the next color I'm going to use is Lights Out, and I'm going to take a little bit of that black and put it in the inner corners of that first color just to make it a little bit more bold. So make sure you keep that black just in the inner corners. And next I'm going to take that same fluffy brush of the first color and just kind of go over it just to reblend everything. So what you're going to do is just take a flat concealer brush, and I'm using P. Louise in the shade 0. All you need is a squirt, and you're just going to place it right in the center as if you're cutting the crease in the center. And I'm going to go above my eyelid only because I have hooded eyes. And then once you cut that crease in the middle, you're just going to pull that concealer down, because what we're going to do is we're going to place eyeshadow on top of that white concealer. That way it stands out. And if you mess up and get a little bit of the concealer somewhere else, or the line isn't straight, just continue to watch and I'll show you how to fix it. Just take a makeup brush and lightly tap on that concealer just to make sure it's dry. So I'm going to take this brush, I'm not even sure exactly what it's called, but I'm going to take it, I'm just going to lightly go over that concealer line just to take off the concealer that I got on top of it to make sure that it's straight. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to take that same fluffy brush for the first color, and I'm just going to blend the edges from where that concealer meets and where that eyeshadow meets. Now, if some of that eyeshadow starts to fade, you could always go back in with that first color, Persuasion, and with a little bit of black to re-intensify and make it bold. And you're going to do the same thing in the inner corners. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm going to use the color Orchid. I'm just going to take that color and pat it right on top of that concealer. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that fluffy brush again and just blend the edges just so they can blend into one another. So it looks like they're melting into one another. Okay, so if you guys been with me long enough, you know I'm using the Duo Lash Glue. I always use it. I put it right on top of that lid. I wait for about a minute, might fan it, and then I put my lashes on. And I'm going to use these lashes by P. Louise called Lash Out. Okay, so my camera totally cut off when I was putting on the lashes, or I would have showed that part. But if you notice, these lashes are very natural looking. They're not too dramatic or anything, but I do like dramatic, but I'm going to keep them for now. So I started to do the second eye, but I ended up just doing it off camera. Now here we go. We still have work to do. We need to do the under eye. So you're just going to take that concealer and put it right below the lash line. With this concealer, I really love it because the eyeshadow really sticks. It's really tacky. So this is why I do this method. You can obviously use any concealer that you have. Any concealer that you have will work, no worries. So what you want to do to one eye, you want to do to the other eye. So what you want to do is take that fluffy brush and blend out the edges per usual. All right, don't mind me, y'all. So you're going to take a small brush and you're just going to take Lights Out, which is that black color, and you're going to put it towards the end of your eye. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the color Lights Out and you're just going to put it towards the corner of the under eye. And you're going to do it the same to the other eye. And then you're going to take the color Reckless and you're going to put a little bit in the middle, going towards that inner corner, but not completely. And then lastly, what you're going to do is take the color Persuasion and you're going to, I'm sorry, not Persuasion. You're going to take the color Makeup and you're just going to put it right in that inner corner because you want the lightest color in the inner corner. But if you want to use Persuasion, you certainly can. Okay, drum roll, please. Brrr. We are almost done. We're going to take that concealer and we're going to clean up that under eye. So if you put too much eyeshadow, no worries because concealer will take care of it. So just do it as I'm doing it. You can just take the concealer and just put it where you want to clean up that eyeshadow. This is like my favorite technique. And this is how it should look. Okay, this look, the blending is so flawless. Okay, you got to give me a thumbs up because this is bomb right here. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys.